America is a wide and vast country filled with people, most importantly stories. The stories that linger in the town spread as well as the people did. Welcome to Strange States of America.
Welcome back to Strange States of America. I know it was a little bit late. Usually I try to have an episode posted at midnight on Tuesday, but, life got a little away from me. Calm down. I'm going to give it to you. Alright, let's grab our hiking boots and our jackets, because this week we are going to Colorado. Colorado is a state in the Mountain West sub-region of the western United States. It encompasses most of the southern Rocky Mountains as well as the northeastern portion of the Colorado Plateau and the western edge of the Great Plains. Colorado is the 8th most extensive and 21st most populous U.S. state. The United States Census Bureau estimated the population of Colorado at 5,839,926 as of July 1st, 2022, a 1.15% increase since the 2020 United States Census. If everybody remembers 2020, we had that C word running around, we was on a lockdown. Why would you still go through with the census when you're in a pandemic? I don't know. That's a little weird to me, but that's a topic for another show. Please don't cancel me or flag me for saying the C word, even though I didn't say it. Let's get back on topic. The region has been inhabited by Native Americans and their ancestors for at least 13,500 years. 13,500 years, and possibly much longer. The eastern edge of the Rocky Mountains was a major migration route for early peoples who spread throughout the Americas. In 1848, much of the region was annexed to the United States. With the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, I think I said that right, the Pikes Peak Gold Rush of 1858 through 1862 created an influx of settlers. On February the 28th, 1861, U.S. President James Buchanan signed an act creating the territory of Colorado, and on August 1st, 1876, President Ulysses S. Grant signed Proclamation 230, admitting Colorado to the Union as the 38th state. The Spanish adjective Colorado means colored red or ruddy. Colorado is nicknamed the Centennial State because it became a state 1 century and 4 weeks after the signing of the United States Declaration of Independence. It's kind of cool. Colorado is bordered by Wyoming to the north, Nebraska to the northeast, Kansas to the east, Oklahoma to the southeast, New Mexico to the south, Utah to the west, and touches Arizona to the southwest at the Four Corners. Colorado is noted for its landscape of mountains, forests, high plains, mesas, canyons, plateaus, rivers, and desert lands. So this motherfucker's got a variety of every different type of terrain, except for tundra. Colorado is one of the mountain states. It is often considered to be part of the southwestern United States. The high plains of Colorado may be considered a part of the midwestern United States. Ever wanted to play a life and death game of hide and go seek? Then I got a cryptid for you. The Hide Behind is a nocturnal, fearsome cryptid from American folklore that preys upon humans that wander the woods, and was blamed for the disappearances of early loggers when they failed to return to their camp. As its name suggests, the Hide Behind is said to be able to conceal itself. When an observer attempts to look directly at it, the creature quickly hides behind an object or hides behind the observer and therefore cannot be directly seen. The Hide Behind supposedly uses its ability to stalk human prey without being observed and to attack them without warning. Said victims, including lumberjacks and others who frequent the forest, are then dragged back to the creature's lair to be devoured. The creature subsists chiefly upon the intestines of its victims, and has severe aversion to alcohol, which is therefore considered a sufficient repellent. Tales of the Hide Behind may have been used as an explanation of strange noises in the forest at night. Early accounts describe hide behinds as large, powerful animals, despite the fact that no one was able to see them. I didn't find many stories that were told about this creature due to its ability to hide. Now I'm going to talk about a haunted road. This road, located in Colorado, is considered one of the most haunted roads in the entire world. And judging by some of the stories that surround it, it's hard to disagree. Obviously, the whole thing is predicated on whether or not you believe in ghosts and the supernatural. Considering that you are listening to this podcast, more than likely you do believe. So if you do, you'll like some of the fascinating stories that surround Riverdale Road in Colorado. These stories include ghost joggers and ghoulish drag racers, to tales of slave lynching, arson, and murder. This road has it all. This 11-mile long stretch of road joins two towns in Colorado. Thornton is a suburb of Denver, and Riverdale Road links it to Brighton, which sits a little bit further north. The road is built, as most of the USA is on the land that belonged to Native Americans beforehand, which led to some believing that there are evil spirits present. There's also a theory that witches were killed along the stretch of road. Riverdale Road has been nicknamed the Gates of Hell because some of the tales that surround it. For starters, there is the gruesome report of a man who killed his wife and children by setting their house ablaze. The mansion house sat behind some large gates, hence the grisly nickname. Other accounts suggest that slaves were lynched along the road, which is obviously utterly deplorable. Big word there, Stephen. But has added to the tales of the supernatural in the time that has since elapsed. One particular strange account suggests that there is a ghost driver of a Camaro that roams the road, looking for drivers who are goaded into racing to their doom. Of course, I can't condone street racing in any capacity, but you definitely shouldn't be taking on any spectral speedsters either. Further to the ghost tales, there are also rumors that the rural areas and structures such as chicken coops have become meeting areas for witches and cult members. It's a strange one, because whilst all of these stories might sound fanciful, the whole thing can't be entirely made up, can it? Well, there might not be anything supernatural going on there, but the tales of historical atrocities and murderous residents could have given rise to something a bit more imaginative over the years. Still, if you're ever in the area, perhaps you can drive down the road at night to have a look for yourself. Just remember, no street racing, particularly against ghostly Camaro drivers. Want to go to an amusement park? Yes? How about a potentially haunted amusement park? Don't worry, we're going anyway. Lakeside Amusement Park is a family-owned amusement park in Lakeside, Colorado, adjacent to Denver. Opened in 1908, it's the oldest amusement park in Colorado, still operating in its original location. And it is the lone remaining American amusement park to have had the name White City. Sounds a little suspiciously racist, but we'll roll on with it. The park comprising nearly half the town of Lakeside that it was responsible for creating in 1907, features the landmark Tower of Jules. Lakeside Park was built by a group led by Denver brewer Adolph Zane. What the fuck kind of name is that? See, you thought I was going to say the other Adolf. I wasn't. On an approximately 57-acre site located adjacent to Lake Rhoda, then known as West Barkley Lake, originally known as both Lakeside Park and the White City of the West. Okay, here we go again with the White City shit. The park was built in the Exposition and White City architectural styles. What the hell's with this White City shit that keeps popping up in this story? And was lit by an estimated 100,000 electric bulbs. God damn, I hate to pay that electric bill. It was serviced by a trolley line built by the Denver Tramway, making it a trolley park. However, unlike most trolley parks, Lakeside was privately owned and included ample space for automobile parking. So you could drive up there, park your car, and go on this trolley ride to White City, you white motherfucker. Now, let's get back on subject because that sounded a little sussy. Even though I think the name White City speaks for itself, it's a little racist. The park's original buildings included the 150-foot Tower of Jules at the park's main entrance, a 3-story casino building featuring a theater and dining areas overlooking the lake, and an indoor swimming pool, a 15,000 square foot ballroom. That's pretty big. A roller skating rink, a boathouse with a 160-foot pier. God damn. And a train station with clock tower modeled after Denver Union Station. Ooh. Excuse me for the yawn, y'all. The main entrance led down a wide staircase to a central park area. Got a little tongue-tied. Rides and attractions were originally grouped at the southern end of the park, with the park's northern section reserved for social activities such as musical performance, ballroom dancing, boating, outdoor swimming, and diving at the lake. And of course, roller skating. Original rides and attractions included the Lakeshore Railroad, a miniature railroad which circled the lake, a merry-go-round, a Ferris wheel, an airship, and a balloon ascension platform, a third-degree funhouse. I don't know what that means, third-degree funhouse. Ooh. The Devil's Palace, described as an interesting and instructing amusement, featuring snakes and other reptiles. A shoot-the-chutes. I guess that's a kind of a game. A mile-long scenic railway, and the Velvet Coaster. W.H. Lab of Indianapolis designed the Velvet Coaster tended to be a combination of the Foster Coaster at Chicago's White City. What the fuck is naming these damn theme parks White City? And a type of figure eight. It featured a 1,200 foot framework, or 370 meters for my international listeners. Framework situated along the southern end of the lake with a total 3,600 feet or 1,100 meters of track. A ride called the Tickler was installed, but was soon removed after customers received serious injuries, including broken bones. Here we go. The Velvet Coaster, Scenic Railway, and other structures in the southwestern section of the park were destroyed by fire on November 15, 1911. The Derby Racer, a double-track racing coaster designed by John A. Miller, was added in 1912. The massive ride was built at the northern end of the park, which had previously been designated for social functions only, thus beginning a gradual move away from the park's White City aspirations. I gotta look this up. Why the fuck they keep saying White City? Everything I kept seeing, they kept saying White City this, White City that. Damn it. Following its acquisition by Ben Krasner in 1935, Lakeside underwent a period of major renovations and additions, further distancing the parks from its original White City exposition roots. Many new rides were added, including the Cyclone roller coaster, which replaced the Derby Racer in 1940. New buildings and features were built in the Art Deco style, including individual ticket booths for most major rides and attractions. Although most of these booths were of the standalone type, one notable exception was the Cyclone, which had a built-in ticket booth between the entrance and exit ramps. Although ride tickets, as well as unlimited ride passes, were now sold at the park's entrance rather than at each ride. Many of the original ticket booths are still in place. Architect Richard L. Crowther designed much of the Lakeside's Art Deco and modern features during this period, and included a great deal of neon lighting in his work. There are many examples of architectural salvage to be found throughout the park. Inside the main restaurant is a marble and mirror back bar that was saved from the Denver Union Station. One of the picnic pavilions is created from a retired center column of a ride, and the pool for the scooter boats is an adaptive reuse of the original Shoot the Chutes ride. The main office, I guess I was wrong. It wasn't a game, it was a ride. The main office features a functioning manual telephone switchboard that is still in use. Damn, let me retire, motherfucker. A fire in December of 1973 destroyed the pool building, which was then being used for maintenance and off-season storage. Parts and blueprints for many of the park's rides, including the drive motors and cars for the Star Ride, a high-speed Ferris wheel type ride installed circa 1913, were lost. Damn, that sounds scary as fuck. A high-speed Ferris wheel. I mean, not only am I scared of heights, but damn, could you imagine being whipped around a fucking Ferris wheel? Lakeside's ballroom, which had hosted thousands of local and national musicians and performers throughout the park's history, closed in 1972 due to declining interest in ballroom dancing. It was deemed a significant fire hazard and was largely demolished in 1974. From the late 1930s through 1988, Lakeside Amusement Park operated Lakeside Speedway on the park grounds. The auto racetrack was 1/5 of a mile or 0.32 kilometers long. Oval and featured races of 3-car classes sponsored by CARC. Stock, limited, modified, and fully modified. The racetrack was built on the site of the park's original baseball diamond and incorporated the original stands into the new use. Following a fatal accident in 1988, racing at Lakeside came to an end. The track and grandstands are still standing and are used for storage. That's fucking crazy, but I mean, I didn't really include a lot of hauntings, but you could see that, there's grounds for it. But researching this, I've heard that, this amusement park is pretty haunted.